Hey guys! First off, I want to apologize for not having a week 4 video. I missed a week of the challenge and there is no excuse. But here's week 5 and it's not nearly as exciting and crazy as my other videos. Gonna just talk about my life. I'm gonna just talk about me. I'm a single lady and that comes with a lot of awesome perks and a lot of times where you have to do some thinking. I've been single. I've been going on a lot of dates. I feel like I'm in the prime compared to everything else in my life of going on dates and for a lot of first dates, not as many second, third, or fourth dates. So I live the single life, and I feel like when you decide to be single, there are two types of being single. One, you are not actively in any way looking for someone to date. You're very focused on yourself, your hobbies, spending your free time however you will, and also probably with friends and family. The second type of being single number 2, is you are actively looking to date someone in whatever means that may be. Meeting them through friends of friends or out and about. You just organically meet someone and you decide to date. Online dating is such a thing, and I only recently kind of gave in into using this app with zero expectations and happened to meet a lot of people through it, with no awesome outcomes yet, but hey. So you have two types of dating. I happen to fall consistently, since I moved to San Francisco, into the actively seeking to date someone phase. I feel like a lot of that is because I moved out to San Francisco and I have completely detached myself from my family, who all live back in Ohio and Indiana, as well as the friends that I spent years and years building relationships with. And now I've moved out to a city where I had to completely start anew, and you're building relationships with all new people. It's not nearly as forgiving and attached and serious, if you will, and it's very different. So when you're in that kind of space and when you're in that kind of headspace, you end up looking for companions, and I think that's a big part of why I consistently look to date someone. Gone on about a dozen first dates, gone on a couple of second dates, and haven't been wowed by anyone. I tend to be a person that when I find someone I randomly get attached to for many a reason, I find myself doing the thing that a lot of people do, which is you make excuses for people and situations to allow the situation to continue into a hopefully better situation, the situation that you want it to be instead of what it really is. And it's like this weird lesson that I swear we'll never learn, or I haven't learned, but I'm trying to learn. The last 2 relationships I had in San Francisco, I went into them kind of giving a lot of leeway, bending a lot, and I wasn't focused on making sure I was getting what I wanted out of it, because I thought, oh, if I'm patient, if I give myself a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more, they'll return that, they'll bend for me. We'll all end up in this like happy medium middle point and it'll be great. And of course you never meet that middle point because duh, they don't think the same things that I think with the giving and the stuff. And it's interesting. The key to everything is communication, and yet somehow that is the hardest thing for people to be able to do. On top of that, being vulnerable is hard. Being yourself completely and communicating exactly what you want and standing up for that and demanding that is very hard to put yourself out there in that way, because rejection is hard. So the second you make a demand, the second you say, this is what I want, if they are not on your page, if they reject you or they say no, if they don't agree, it's a hard pill to swallow. And so a lot of us kind of tread lightly and are passive aggressive and non-confrontational in hopes that it makes our lives easier, when in fact I think if we all really took a second to look at it, it makes our lives much harder, and we end up not getting what we want. And so the answer for single people is to communicate what you want. Know what you want might be the first step. And then once you know what you want, communicate what you want with the person or people. Be open, be honest, and also be very willing to accept when it's not what you want. This is just serving as a reminder to myself mostly, but anyone that may watch this, stay true to yourself, love yourself, and do not settle for anyone that doesn't feel the same way or more about you. You should be getting back what you put in. It's just something that I noticed today, and so I'm putting that as my week 5 video for you guys. So that's it.